Hi, my name is EJ Massa. I'm going to talk a little bit about Nintendo at E3. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, if anybody knows me, and I got my Zelda shirt on. And let's talk about some of the announcements. I think Nintendo had a really good year. I think all they had to do is show this Metroid Prime 4 title bare bones, and I would have been happy. We've been waiting for Metroid Prime for new Metroid Prime for 10 years or so. It's not going to be developed by Retro, so that's kind of interesting. But I mean, it's going to be the same guy, whatever his name is. He's going to be helming it. I'm assuming it's going to, follow the same trajectory. But and I know a lot of the guys from Retro aren't even at Retro anymore that worked on the original series, or at least the first two. So I'm still looking forward to a full-fledged Metroid Prime game. That's amazing. And then, of course, they mentioned casually that they're bringing a core Pokemon game to the Switch, which is the best idea ever. I know they didn't show any footage again, like Metroid Prime 4. They didn't show even a JPEG. They just mentioned it. But I'm so excited. And then Nintendo out of nowhere decided to bless us with a 2D Metroid, and this is what they do. I drew this comic a while ago. It went viral on Reddit, and other artists have done takes on it too after I did this one. And during the 25th anniversary, I was just so sad that Nintendo forgot Samus, and they do this every once in a while. They did it with the gap from Super Metroid to Fusion and Prime. There was a gap, and then they just came out with 2 again. So I don't know. It's like they know we want it, and then they give us this apology game package. So whatever, I'll take it. I'm a huge Metroid fan. Super Metroid is my favorite game of all time. So to get 2 games in one. Who knows when Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out, though, because they just showed the title. But, the promise of the game in the future is all I need, because I am insane. The 2D Metroid game is going to be a remake of Metroid 2, which kind of makes the another Metroid 2 remake shut down make more sense, that they're making their own Metroid 2 remake. They want to shut down the other one. So I'm kind of disappointed it's not on the Switch as well, that it's on the 3DS, because I just don't want to bring 2 systems around with me everywhere. But I'll take my Metroids. I'll take them. One surprise announcement, or the worst kept secret in gaming history, was the Rabbids and Mario Kingdom Battle game, which is like a strategy game. It's kind of like XCOM Mario, and Rabbids are the minions before there were minions, that kind of humor. But it looks interesting. It looks really polished. I like the idea of having a strategy game with Mario and the Rabbids. I'm not offended by them. I don't really care. I kind of wish there was actually more Rayman characters than just the Rabbids themselves, because I loved Rayman Legends and all that. Those are great characters. But I think that I see a lot of good potential. I think most people are surprised by how good this Rabbids game looks. Then we got some announcements of a new Kirby. I always love to see Kirby. I know they tend to be skew younger and they tend to be easier, but yeah, I like Kirby. I love Kirby's Adventure. I like Kirby Superstar Saga. No, Super. That's a different game. I like Kirby Superstar. I like having mix and match abilities, so hopefully, and there's like a 4-player element, so on the Switch, I'll take it. There's a Yoshi game announced. I'm not the biggest fan of current Yoshi games. I think the last Yoshi game that I enjoyed was Yoshi Island DS. Had the baby switching mechanic, which was kind of fun. But I mean, the one that everyone loves is Yoshi's Island, the original for Super Nintendo, which was a masterpiece. I don't think anything can match the greatness of that Super Nintendo one. And this one does look kind of simple, but I love the art style. It looks like Little Big Planet right now in its current form. So, it might be interesting. Again, more games on the Switch, the better. The Wii U's biggest problem was that it had all these droughts of games, especially the first year or so. And, I think Nintendo has learned their lesson, and they have all these games coming out. I mean, their first year is phenomenal with Zelda, Mario Odyssey, which I'll talk about in a second, coming out in the fall. We have ARMS, which I'm not really interested in ARMS, but a lot of people are. I mean, I'm not a fighting game kind of guy. And you got Pokken Tournament coming out too, which I'm not a fighting guy. I'm not a fightman, not one. And you got Splatoon, of course. And Nintendo also announced Rocket League. Rocket League totally fits in with the Switch, bringing it on the go, playing it, and there's going to be cross-play with Xbox, I think, and I think that's a great move. I think Sony opted out of cross-play in a lot of things, which is nothing. I don't like that decision. I think it's good. I think it's. I like a community of gaming. We all love gaming. You don't need to be on your Nintendo Island or Xbox Island. I like cross-play between everything that can. I mean that's what I say. So if Rocket League has it, great. Minecraft is going to have it too, which good on Microsoft. Also, no Animal Crossing announcement, which I thought for sure would be a sure thing, you know. Bring Animal Crossing, it's been a while. To Switch, seems perfect. I don't know. And finally, Mario Odyssey. I mean, it looks great. It looks so fun. It looks huge. I love the mechanic of him throwing his hat around. That looks really fun. You can possess things, which is a little morbid, but, you know, it's a Mario, so it's fun. You get to possess a fucking T-Rex. And I like that it's more in the style of Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, since we haven't got a game that's like that since Mario Sunshine. I mean, Mario Galaxy was sort of like that, but it was really more stage-based, and especially Mario Galaxy 2 was more stage-based. I like the idea of just walking around and discovering things, discovering moons, and it doesn't kick you out of the stage like it does in Mario 64. You know, you just collect the moons and you keep going, and I like that, and I like even the corny jazz Pauline song that was playing during the trailer. I think that's fun. I mean, you know, it's Nintendo just knows how to make fun things that you want to play, games. They're still interested in play. They're still interested in innovating with their titles. Like, people always complain, it's like, oh, you're always going to get Mario and Zelda and stuff with Nintendo. You're not going to. That's all you're going to get. But I mean, they innovate even in those. They always approach each one with something new. Maybe some of the 2D ones are pretty blatant, just retreads, but. You know, the core series always tries to find a way to branch out. Zelda recently, of course, and then they do have new IPs, ARMS, and they're the Splatoon is a pretty new series. So I don't know what people are talking about. Nintendo's great. I love Nintendo. Wii U was a huge misstep, and I think they've learned so much from Wii U. With marketing, with their games lineup, with how they're approaching third parties, and how, you know, making. They're even, I think Yoshi is even being programmed in the Unreal Engine, so they're like using tools that, you know, third-party developers could make games more easy on the system. So I think Nintendo's just knocking it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park this E3. I'm excited for all these new games, and I am going to marry Nintendo. I am. There is one disappointment, though, is that they didn't mention anything about the Virtual Console at E3. I would like at least some sort of, you know, release date or something, because, you know, they have such a big back catalog, which they could be, especially in any little tiny gaps, you could fill it in with these retro titles. I would love to play Mario 3 on the go. I would love to play Zelda 2 on the go. I would love to play any of Metroid games on the go. And I know I think they want to enhance them, and they're probably spending some time to like add features to it. But I don't know. They should just release something, because I think those retro games on the Switch would ease a lot of people's gripes, especially with how they treated how they discontinued the NES Classic Mini. I think that left a bad taste in people's mouths, and I think they really need to at least put it right out there when they're going to get some retro games on there. The indie games have kind of filled in that gap, but you need their back catalog. You need Mario 3 on there. That would be my only gripe about E3 with Nintendo. Anyway, that's what I think. And, why didn't I talk about Sony or Microsoft? Well, I just don't care about anything. Bye.